Hello everyone and welcome back to... Oh my god, what's happened to my screen? Hello everyone, welcome back to the stream. Something's happened here to the screen, we'll fix that now. So, basically I have a question. I want to run HDR in this championship tonight, but I need to know how it looks from your guys' perspective. So currently I'm actually running with HDR on 1000 or 2000 nits. I just need to know what kind of quality that's like before we jump into the stream and realise it could be god-awful or it could be really good. So, yeah, let me know what you think. This is HDR on. How does that look for our viewers at home right now? If it's no good, then we take HDR off. It's just I've been changing my my stream quality and my video quality. So yeah, it looks alright then, yeah? Let me try it the other way, with HDR off. And let me know what you think. Now for me, the HDR off actually looks worse, which it should do because I'm on a OLED ultra-wide monitor. So yeah, give me a shout guys and girls. Which one are we going to go for? We're going to go HDR or no HDR? Let me know in the comments section. Because there is a bit of a delay, so I will have to wait for everyone's opinion. It's just important to make sure I get this right. HDR, I think. Hello, Max125. Hello, Cole Black. Hello, Nicholas Holmes. Let's try it with it back on then, shall we? Because my biggest fear is that I put it on, and then during the stream itself, everything looks terrible, and then I can't change it within the menus. I don't know if I can whilst I'm doing the race creator mode, but it's probably HDR. Yeah, we're going for HDR then. Let's give that a bash. I'm happy if you are. Oh my god, get out the track. I'm one-handed at the moment. I'm checking out on YouTube myself to see how it looks, and then because there's no other way for me to test this, unfortunately. I tried doing recordings myself, but I can only see it from my perspective, so it's not quite as easy to figure out as I thought it would be. So that's why you guys are giving me that assistance right now. And I can never seem to view my own videos whilst... Oh, here we go. Yeah, alright then. I think we'll go HDR on then. We'll give that a try. One last little change for anyone who's just joining now. And then we'll get to it. Hi Lisa, how you doing, mate? It's good to see you in the stream. And right, it hasn't actually changed all that much. I'll just leave HDR on then. Ladies and gentlemen, there we go. We have made a decision. That does me absolutely fine. So, it is round 6 of our Ace Academy Championship tonight here in MotoGP 24. And, of course, this will be the last 4 rounds. Azzy says full send, always is for Azzy. I'll probably just leave it on clear tonight, 15 minutes. Oh, variable was the idea, wasn't it? And then it decides what we're going to do. Quick track entry is disabled. Hello, Meerkat. Guilherme says HDR looks better. Good. I'm glad it looks alright. Thank you for that, because I was playing the new Star Wars game. In fact, my microphone's miles away. I was playing the new Star Wars Outlaws last night. I was trying to record for my second channel, and I wanted the HDR on because it was really beautiful, and then I recorded a few clips and realised it looked absolutely awful because I didn't set up my OBS properly, but now I've set it up properly, it's looking really good, and I've recorded some videos with HDR, so I'm ready for this. Okay, so Sharky, let me get my list open. Apologies for the delayed start here, it's a bit messy. But I had to make sure everything was good before we did anything. Sharky's first to join us. He's going to get the standings up so I remember everyone's here. We've got a couple of riders replacing some others, and then the one wildcard rider as usual. So now we can go through the order. Assen will be with us here tonight. Lat, the runner-up in the championship as of for now. Cotarax, shout out to Andy Yates, legend in the Discord server. Apex 59, Potato, another legend. 100k Blade will be in Division 1. Jake, I always read it literally, so apologies, Jake, but I keep pronouncing it Jakey. He says, Wogwizzy, Ace. Thanks, pal. No, that means, like, hello, right? Yeah, so hello, dude. Welcome to the stream. And Goji. Is that everyone, then? I will be inviting Charlie for later. He's got an early invitation. Oh, Perky! Perky misses... He missed Donington. He won't be missing another one, I don't think. So that's good. Yes, Jakey is right. Want to see brutal racing and no Jar Jar Bings. The guy from War of the Stars. Is that everyone? Did I miss anyone? Oh, Shotix. I always miss Shotix because I look for the 799 and he's usually quite at the top here. But I think on his name he's not actually got 799. Yeah, I think we're having a good turnout here today. That's nice. Max125 still love watching your videos and live streams. Always very cheerful and exciting. Thank you, mate. I appreciate that. I do my best. Sometimes it doesn't always go to plan and I get frustrated. But we do our best, don't we? Just trying to angle this. I've got my widescreen on at the moment, obviously. But the stream, I'm just trying to balance it. There you go. It looks alright. I think that's everyone. Let me do a list. So we got Azzy Rob, our championship leader. He currently leads the championship by 11 points over our rider who... Oh, I did invite him. I wasn't sure if I invited that, actually. Potato. Where are you, Spudders? There you are. Apex 59 just joined us. Goji. He joined. Perkmeister General. Azani, the LCR Castrol Honda man. Teammate to Kotarax on the Idemitsu Honda. And then Shotix and Sharky. I do believe that is everyone. Nice, that's a good turnout. I'm pleased. I'm very pleased with that. No, you and Meerkat do not need invitations yet. I think everything is pretty much set up. So it's going to be a 35% race distance tonight, not the 50%. Feedback was that they felt very long and very arduous. So, yeah, we're skipping that and going back to 35%. I think for the last race we should have AI on just to see what the carnage would be like. I'm only kidding. So, I think that's it. I'll give the guys just a couple of minutes to get started. And then go. We want to see if WED qualify for Division 1. What about WED? I want to see if Wednesday qualifying for D1. I'm purposely not reading that correctly. I think you would qualify for D1, I really do. So just waiting up for Sharky, the man on the Linux machine. And then we are going to commence. Appreciate all the support there with fixing my HDR. For me it looks a little bit different, in a good way. But I just didn't know how well it would correspond to video. As he says, come on rain. Well then, I think that's been long enough, so let's give it a start. And if I forgot to invite anyone, I'm sure we can invite him again. Right then, we are here in the circuit of Assen. One of the greatest tracks in history. One of my favourite tracks of all time as well. Big fan of this circuit. And of course, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe if you are enjoying the stream. And it's time for the overlay. So I just had a Windows update a moment ago. Flashed up. I've just realised I haven't done my OLED gaming care thing. I hope that doesn't interrupt me in this stream again like it did last time. Ooh, was that Azzy Rob winning the... It was! Azzy Rob with the Alex Rins Cup. 25 points goes to him. Behind him is Kotarax. Big shout out to the man on his screen, Azzy Rob. Brilliant pictures he sent me for the thumbnail this week. In fact, I've not even put those other ones on Instagram. Oh well. And not even put it on the channel either. Wow, I am so far behind today. But speaking of being behind, Kotarax is behind the man on the screen right now, but bear with me. I'm just going to send that to my phone. And then we can use those pictures elsewhere. I've been a little bit behind today. So today I got given a code for the new Test Drive Unlimited, which I'm going to be working on some content for very soon. So if you're looking forward to Test Drive Unlimited, let me know. Of course, I can't give any feedback yet because I've not even touched it, and my embargo doesn't lift until the 5th, I think it is. So, yeah. If you want to see Test Drive Unlimited, give me a hell yeah in the comment section down below or in the chat. Did we lose a rider then behind? No, he's still very much there. How is everyone else getting on? Potato on board the Honda, of course. I've been told to look out for a retro-inspired livery today, or helmet. Oh, okay. Rocking the 41 in the yellow patch, and a very retro-inspired Freddie Spencer-style helmet into the Wien-Schlang. I love the idea of using white protection to make it look really old. Like, they didn't have those old sleeves back in the day. That's really cool. That's nice. Fair play, Potato. Fair play, mate. Here's Apex coming out of the pits, rocking a Belgian Ace design. Behind him will be Lat. Curious to see if this gives Apex a penalty, which I know the game can do that sometimes. Well, looks to be quite okay. Let's back to the TV perspective then. Liam Vickerman says hello. Flavio says hey. Hello, Flavio. How are you doing, mate? Hello, Liam. Meerkats has just bought it as well. We're playing on the 5th. Nice. I'll be keen to see how that goes, especially with the online scenery. Sujith is alright. Breath of fresh air after all the troubles. Did I miss? Oh, okay. Another Monday and the doc is live in the house. Sorry, Sujith. I missed your comment. Welcome to the stream, mate. Yeah, I'm quite surprised we didn't see any Doom Dark Ages gameplay, to be honest. But at the same time, I'm one of those Doom fans that I'll just buy it no matter what. And I think maybe sometimes watching all the trailers and stuff might end up giving a spoiler or two. So we'll see. I do really look forward to playing Doom the Dark Ages. As we've had Azzy Rob. Oh, Goji's been given a long lap penalty. I seen him off the track a moment ago. I think that's just one of those unfair things. If you are to give position or to avoid someone, just get well off the track. Being on the track is usually when it gives you a penalty. So the best thing to do is actually just come off the track entirely. That should give... Oh my god, what's happened to my thing? Why is race direction lit up? Okay, had me nervous for a second then. So we haven't had any laps yet. We'll give it time. As Chloe says, I'll have to check out Test Drive Unlimited 3. If there are bikes, count me in. Now, from what I understand, is that bikes will be post-launch content. I'd seen that on a YouTube video a few weeks ago, or a few days ago, should I say. So, I'm not expecting any bikes in the review, unfortunately. Here's Perky then. Missed the last round because he was on holiday. In, was it Dover? I think it was Dover, or Devon, I can't remember. I had forgotten, but across the line, Perky goes top with a 131.803. I'm quite certain that Perky has got a podium in him today. He likes this track, doesn't know him too much, but he looked comfortable when we played online a few days ago. A couple of mistakes here and there, but nothing particularly major. Quite a funny one in the Discord server as well, as a matter of fact. That's a beautiful line going into the wonderful Struben corner for turn 5. There's Azani. Now, it's either going to be Azani Lat or possibly Azzy that's going to be coming across the line first. It is going to be Azzy Rob. Across the line for the World Championship leader. Goes top with a 130.7. Lat... He's across the line now, and does he go to the top? He certainly does. A 130.271. 0.4 of a second quicker than the championship leader in second place currently. It's a provisional pole, but that is going to be an invalidated lap for the man on the Pertamina Enduro VR46 Ducati. Sharky goes up to 7th as he dives across the line and then into the somewhat difficult Harbot corner. It's very easy to run it deeper into turn 1. And then run it deep going into the also broken as well, it seems. And amazingly, his lap time was not invalidated for that. Shout out to Apex59. Number 59 has gone up to the provisional front row. Azani was close in the first split, and then something's happened. I'm guessing he's run off circuit, or maybe a rider has gone down. Chloe says, oh, I think bikes will be coming out a year later, Meerkat. Ooh, that's like the best thing about Test Drive. I don't really care too much for the cars, but the bikes, And that little garage thing that you had in Test Drive 2, I think it was really cool. So I'm hoping to see the bikes in it. I don't know if I'll see the game long enough to get the bikes, but we'll see. We never know what's going to happen in the future. This Assen just did a little bit of a bunny hop in the background there. Don't know what was going on for the man on board the LCR Castrol Honda. It's a very dirty LCR Castrol Honda as he dives into the pits. Now the interesting bit about this pits here is that this is the line, but there's actually an invisible line where the autopilot takes over, and it's about here. It's not this, it's earlier than that, so it's going to be close to see if anyone gets a penalty on this one. I'm a bit concerned for that here today. But as long as you go in nice and calmly, you should be alright. I'm guessing the doc is happy about Brno back on the calendar. Yeah, absolutely. I think that's fantastic. Great for the Czech fans, and brilliant for us as well, because it's just it's just such a great circuit. And there's usually pretty good races. There's a bit of an unknown with track conditions. Usually you get obviously a lot of heavy rain over there near the big forests and trees. But I think it's really good to see the whole AB family, the old Abraham family, getting a bit of fortune again. Don't know if we'll get a Czech rider into MotoGP now, but of course hopes and lies would be on Filip Salac, who's a very good rider. But yeah, it's good to see Brno back on the calendar. Yeah, well, you know me, Chloe, I'll give a absolutely full, transparent review, so whatever feedback I give, I'll certainly let you know. Embargo lifts on Thursday, so obviously I won't be able to discuss anything until then, but I will be happy to share my review on Thursday. And I think if you buy the special edition of that game, you get it a week early, something like that. So yeah, that's something, food for thought, let's say, for, unless it's Milestone, shill. One of my favourite content creators is actually G-Man Lives. He makes loads of like FPS game videos and reviews. I think he's fantastic at what he does. And one of the comments, he calls himself, because he has a sponsorship with Steel Series, and they called him Shillman Lives. I like his content. Oh, Sharky's been given a long lap penalty. I think he's ran out of fuel. So I would imagine Goji, Sharky, they probably don't need to take their long lap penalties. I don't think that was necessary. Goodness me, that was stylish from Perky going on the brakes into turn 1. In fact, let's go on board with the Perkmeister. Let's see how he entertains us around turn 3 of the Assen circuit. Into the tight apex of the Ossenbroken. Left, change direction into Struben. Can we get rid of that on the left-hand side there? I can only minimise it ever so slightly, but it's good enough for me. As we change the rev counter as well. Really tights the apex into the Weinstein, brake on an angle, and then go into the Ruskenhoek with a bit of confidence. Lost a bit of time here in the first split, have we done, with I'm from the down south of England. Number 80 hard on the brakes now for one of the most trickiest corners, is the De Bolt corner. He is not alone in making mistakes into that corner. I tend to do it all the time as well. Really difficult to tackle turn 9, but now into the Duca Sloot, and then into the corner I can never pronounce. I think it's the Muamima, something like that. And we go on to the power, touch the apex here, left into the left-hand side for the Hoja Hyder, then the Ramshock, and then finally into the Gert Timmer chicane. Tight to the apex. Quick change of direction, not too early, that's it, Perk. Cross the line, is this good enough for a top spot? Sadly not, but he has brought the gap by a couple of tenths. Good job, Perky, and thanks for keeping us all occupied with 4 minutes to go. So, Max Up Gear Up says hello. Hello, dude, welcome to the stream. Chloe says, I'll spend my TDU solar money on fuel and food with Mallory on Saturday or Sunday. Ah, and Liesl knows G-Man, that's cool. Flavio and Meerkat. Oh, that's an interesting thing. How did you get on, Meerkat? Does it not work too well? I'd seen on the list that you weren't there for some reason, but you had like top 5 in the MotoGP Sports Challenge. I was a bit confused. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't really understand how the points work in the esports thing. It's a shame they don't do it by console per for PC, etc. would be much better. But I think we spent enough time with Perky now then, so let's have a little look at the rest of them. Here is your championship leader, Azzy Rob. He's tackling in the final couple of corners now. Lisa says, subscribe to your second channel, Ace. I think Proteus might be totally up your alley. I think I have that game. I'm sure I bought that on launch, but I've still yet to play it. I'll give that a try at some point. I do like the prospect of giving that a try. I didn't even know it had co-op, to be honest. Max Up Gear Up says, I loved your Monster Jam Showdown review. Oh, thank you, mate. I do appreciate that. It was a game that I've never really done before, so it was really cool to try the monster trucks and to give a different style, a different genre, a chance to grow on me. And I must confess, I really enjoyed my time making that review. It was fantastic. It was really fun. I don't think the game... I don't know if I'll be back on it anytime soon, but I really enjoyed the time I spent with it. It was really fun. So I'm glad you enjoyed that. I put a lot of time and effort into that review. Just a bit concerned here for Potato, Perky's teammate, should I say. He's 3.7 seconds down. Not been able to put a good lap in yet. Has he been hindered by a couple of riders in front, or is it just not clicking for the number 41 with the retro-inspired number here today? Behind him is his comrade and compatriot, should I say, Cotarax, and behind them is Potato's teammates. But we're going to just quickly sneak across now because Perky is going to be held up possibly by another Honda. And Perky is the fastest man in the first split. Assen, who's probably not far behind us here. Can't think, I can just see him in the distance. He's just set his third split. So it's... Oh! Perky's just run off the circuit. And he's run off again. That's not always decided bit. Decision made. Who was in front of him? Was it Assen? Is Assen about to reach the top step? Here to take the provisional pole across the line. No, it was invalid. What happened? Everyone's lap time is invalid now for some strange reason. Perky's lap time, which I'm guessing he's decided to jump into the pits and just chance it rather than running across, but he was up. He had a chance. I would have run I mean, he made a small mistake, but it still probably would have been worthwhile and then just sat out the last minute or two. But I did miss when lap went to the top of the screen, so we'll keep an eye on our Filipino rider. Flavio says, right now I'm in P9 in the Europe standings. I did P3 on Xbox. Ah, I thought you were only on PC, to be honest with you, Flavio. I didn't realise you were using the console. Ooh, Shotix. Shotix has an orange sector. Will this... And the sector's gone as the lap is invalid. That's a shame, that. I thought we would see Shotix on a good lap here, but it looks like there's a lot of invalid lap times here. I don't think we're going to see a difference here. Apex is on his flying lap, he's got a invalidated lap. Perky's in the pits. Goji's got 3 grey sectors. Sharky's not improving, and neither is Spud, so I think that could be it. That could be the end of our Division 2 qualifying. Oh, big stoppie there from Shotix. That was brave. I'm not a big fan of doing the stoppies in MotoGP 24. Across the line, it's hard to say whether he improved or not because the game doesn't give me any information. Curiosity, can I change? Oh, I can! Okay, I can change the HDR then. Okay, that's good to know. I didn't need to do that first bit after all then. I'm glad we found out though, nonetheless. So Apex on the 3rd position on the front row. That's a good job, that. And you know what? He might have enough time here to get another, well, not a lap, but at least be able to complete this one. He might have lost time in the first split, but the lap time's around 1 minute 30, and he's already done around 20 seconds already. This could be game on for a provisional pole here. It could happen. It's 2 grey sectors, but you don't know how small those grey sectors are. It might be a couple of thousandth. It might be seconds off. Who knows? We'll get back to that in a second, but Goji, we've hardly spent any time with him. Oh, Shotix has gone down, which has just ruined his teammates' chances of improving the lap time. Yellow flags are out for Apex as well, so he can't improve his lap time. I guess that's payback from last week when Apex shoved it up at the inside of Shotix when he was trying to improve. Goji across the line then, no improvements. So I think that is it. We'll confirm the times now, and that is your front row for round 6 of the Ace Academy Championship. Latin pole, a tenth of a second quicker than the championship leader. Apex in third, looking to claw back some championship points. And Assen, the D2 wildcard, sitting pretty in 4th place. Perky, Goji as well round up the second row with Shotix, Sharky and Cotarax on the 3rd. And Potato as a lone rider at the back of the grid. But I'm sure he'll be trying to pick up the pieces as this race gets underway. Beaming Ace says, hi, how's it going, Ace? Pretty good. I'm pretty good. I hope you're very well as well. School Gaming says, hello, I'm new. Hello, new. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, there's a lot of Hondas actually in this D2. I guess that's fitting. No Hondas in the first... No, I guess not, because we have... Yeah, all 4 Hondas here, right? Yeah, that's right. And I would say the same with the Yamahas, but Jake and Charlie, of course, at the top of the pile. But while everyone gets ready, I'm going to do my posts. I completely forgot, and Azzy took some great pictures for me to use on Instagram and such today. So big thanks to him there. Just need to get the link. So it looks like we're just waiting for Goji and Perky to ready up. No rush. Honestly, take our time. Don't forget to like the stream as well, guys, if you are enjoying it. Helps YouTube push the videos and the algorithm. I must say, I do love the MotoGP intro. I was hesitant about it at first, but it's grown on me over these years. Or year? When did they introduce it? Was it last year or this year? I can't remember. Something like that, anyway. Oh my god, I forgot about Threads. Does anyone use Threads? I totally forgot about that. So just waiting up for Shotix. Let me know who you got your money on, boys and girls. Who do you think is going to win today's Assen race? Don't forget, there'll be 3 more rounds after this one. So it's no more wildcards after this. It is the absolute ultimate battle for the Division 2 Championship. And it's quite possibly the most interesting championship that we've got here in the MotoGP 24 Ace Academy Championship. Right. I've posted that to Instagram. If anyone follows me on Instagram, don't forget to go and like it. And then I can finally get this one underway. I guess we'll have to wait a little bit anyway because of waiting for riders to ready up in the next bit. Whoever stays on the bike will win. Do you think so? John Burke says, man, I miss the live Ace Academies. Awesome stuff as always, and keep on with the great content, Ace. Thank you, John. I appreciate that, mate. We've got some really cool videos coming up soon, or streams, should I say, where I'm going to get involved with the Aces again. We're going to get more riders racing and more streams for everyone. I think we enjoy the streams, and to be honest, I enjoy them too. But I prefer it when people turn up and we enjoy it. So, here we go then, ladies and gentlemen. I've done my business. I've done my work. Let's crack on with tonight's first race of the Ace Academy Championship in MotoGP 24. This is Assen. This is the Cathedral of Motorsport. And we're ready to go. Bang! Hit that start. John Burke says, let's go, Azzy Rob. Chloe says, T1, full send, no fear. I agree. So here we go then. Lat in pole position. Can he get the dream start here in Division 2? 9 laps of Assen is about to commence. Steel yourselves, ladies and gentlemen. Wait for the red lights to disappear, and away we go. Azzy Rob launched off the line with that automatic clutch. That has given him a huge boost. Look at the way he's flying into the first position as Azzy. Oh my god. Was that Apex giving him a... Oh, he took him out! Oh, the missile struck again! Oh, that is absolute carnage. I didn't click enough fast enough to see what happened. But I think that's just an immediate long lap penalty. What on earth has gone on there? Oh, and he got punted as well by Apex. In fact, I think the game gave him a long lap. What is going on? Oh, that's a mess. You certainly did, Jake. You certainly did. What a mess. It just doesn't get any better, does it? Now, I think the game gave him a long lap penalty, and I also gave him a long lap penalty. So, I think, you know what? I mean, the amount of times it's happened, fine. Just do the 2 long lap penalties. I think that's fair. It's almost every week, isn't it? It's guaranteed. Oh, and Shotix has gone down. Lack got the dream start. Azzy Rob, who's down to 9th. He's going to be absolutely seething right now. I mean, that sucks. It always happens, doesn't it, in Division 2? Every single time we go racing, someone gets absolutely clattered. And that's given Lat the absolutely perfect start, hasn't it? 1 second clear from Assen. Apex has got the double long lap penalties. It's game on. It is absolutely game on for the championship. But don't forget, Azzy Rob, let's be honest, is Division 1 pace. Same as Lat, and probably similar to Apex as well. I wouldn't mind betting he can still get up onto the podium. I wouldn't doubt that. As Apex is taking his first long lap penalty. Good man. No questions asked. Straight in. Full send up on the inside of Koji and knock him over. Can you imagine? Can you imagine if you made a Division... Is that a Division 3 or there's a love art on my screen that I can't get rid of? I'll have to wait for the next comment to see, but I imagine that's a Division 3, that turbo. Oh, man. Perky's up to the podium positions then, but he's 5 seconds adrift from these two. Has he Rob incident warning? Is he just trying to make his way through? Oh, yeah, he's got a lot of work to do now. Does he send it up into the inside into DeBolt? Ah, yeah, thank you, Sven. Ah, yes, thank you, Turpro. Yeah, there's a little love out on my Streamlabs OBS that sits right on that point of where the text is, and it's one of the worst things ever designed. I don't even know why I can click my own like button. What's the point in that? Of course I like it. I'm enjoying it. Well, good to see Asni is keeping Lat honest. It's not the race we expected, but it's certainly added some extra drama. A little bit more interesting than the MotoGP race on Sunday, to say the least. Potato track limit warnings. He's just fighting with Sharky. In fact, Azzy's not been able to get past here, which I'm a little bit surprised at. I didn't think he would be held up so much, especially after getting taken out. It's like he's got bike damage. Oh, Sharky, he's going for a lunge. Cleverly avoided the contact with the Repsol Honda. As Jixer2201, hello Aces, hello Jixer2201, welcome to the stream. Channel member since the beginning. How are you, buddy? So Azzy Rob onto the power. Now, interestingly, Jake has been giving some tips, Division 1 champion from MotoGP 23, of course, regarding using the ride height device between the Wienschlang to the Ruskenhook. Oh, beautiful lunge there from Azzy Rob. I personally wouldn't recommend that, but then again, I'm not as fast as Jake. I think it's a tough one, and I know it's Sharky and a few of the others were using it, but I don't think it works out. Oh, goodness me. Oh, that was a very messy moment there. I don't think there should be anything under investigation now. Unfortunately, Potato threw the lunge back up the inside. Now, Azzy Rob is getting held up here. Oh, it's going heck to a handbasket, isn't it? Now, Apex still says he's got 2 long lap penalties. I don't know if he took both of them. In fact, he's gone down now. So it probably doesn't matter, but the 2 Yamahas last on the grid right now. As Lats is having a lovely, calm race around the circuit of Assen. No problems for the number 2. As Wasp.cbr08 has become an ace. Welcome to the stream, mate. Welcome to the aces. So it's all quiet up at the front. How's Azzy Rob getting on? I feel incredibly sad for Azzy Rob. At least Apex already apologised in advance about taking someone out today. So that's done and dusted. But it's not going well. I don't know if Azzy's riding frustrated. It's easily done. Seems like Division 2 needs a few lessons in patience. Honestly, that is what we've been talking about today, just a couple of hours ago in the streams, in the Discord, should I say, before the stream began. It's just about eagerness. You don't have to go for every single lunge you see. The races are not won in the first corner. I mean, I did some racing with Charlie and Chloe the other day, and we were giving space. Sure, we had a muck about as well, but we were giving each other space. And even when I raced with a few of the guys when we were doing the practice runs, you've just got to give space. It's more fun to allow someone to get through, or not to send a lunge, and to enjoy the actual camaraderie and fights, rather than just sending it straight up on the inside. It just ruins the racing so quickly. Like, we've now lost a chance of seeing Azzy Rob, Lat and Asni going for it. Beautiful lunge there from Azzy, but very cleverly from Kotarax. Gave him the space and then still went through anyway. Nicely done that from the Texan. Well, I am surprised that Azzy's not been able to get past. He might just being a little bit tentative here, just not to hit them. As that gap is absolutely massive. Where is Perky on circuit? He's got Goji behind him, so this is not over either. Of course, let me know, guys, if you can see a battle happening here that I'm missing. Let me know in the comments, and I'll jump across to it. It's hard for me to sort of focus on everything at once. But you can see in the distance, Potato in 5th. That's a big gap to catch up. It's a massive gap. So I don't know whether they can catch up to these two, but if Goji sends a lunge or if Potato makes a mistake, Perky makes a mistake, it could be game on again. So we'll have to see how that transpires. But for now, it is Goji having a wonderful ride. He's a very quiet competitor, is Goji. The Danny Pedros of our group doesn't really get involved with the Discord too much, but he never misses a bloody race. Legend. We've got riders who just don't turn up. We've got riders who can't be bothered to turn up. Goji's here all the time. He's a good lad. Thank you to Goji. So there's Potato then. Looking back to the number 94. Whoa! Potato slammed on the brakes. How hard did he hit the brakes then? Lord almighty, that's what Shotix did earlier to get the to get the stoppy, should I say. Whew. That was a bit scary, wasn't it? Gap 2.2 from Lat to Azani. I do apologise to Lat for us not really seeing his action right now, but the focus is on these. Can Azzy Rob crucially and critically get past on Potato to earn more championship points, or possibly try and catch up then to Goji? But he is 3.5 seconds up the road. That's a long, long gap to catch up. Ooh. Fair play to Azzy Rob if he were going to go for that. I wouldn't have done, and it's a smart move that he didn't. Well, the man who started second, Heyday, says sup. Sup to you too. How are you, mate? I think this is it into Mandovan. Azzy Rob sets it up. Ooh. Well, considering that Potato doesn't like the Honda anymore, he's doing an excellent job. He's riding like he enjoys it. I'll give full credit to the number 41 right now. I had to speed and it's gone off the track. But he's still there. As he just leaves a bit of space. Open door. Azzy Rob through. It's now him up to 5th. So this is interesting. It's a 4-second gap now to Goji. We know Azzy's quick on his own, but it's just not materialising right now for the number 94. Goji is closing in. Is Goji going to disappoint the man who's been in for many, many cups and championships? The number 80. The Big P. The Big Perky. The Perkmeister General. 0.6 of a second is the gap. There's Azzy Rob in the background. He's already taken half a second away from Goji. And as I mentioned earlier, if one thing goes wrong for these two, then Azzy Rob is going to be right there in the back of him. He just needed clear space. But I'll tell you something. It is so hard to pass someone who's a little bit slower than you sometimes, because you want to just send it. You want to absolutely go for it, but unfortunately, it's not always available there because it's hard to race people you don't race usually with. They might be in your position you want to be in, you want to try and go for it. It's very difficult, so yeah. World Racing League says, let's go, guys. Hello, Ace. Well, hello, dude. Welcome to the stream. A fellow championship enthusiast, of course. 3 seconds. Oh, Goji. Wait. Jake says, where's Spud gone? Where is Spud? He's down to 9th. What happened to the American? Just as I was singing his praises on board that RC213V. It's all gone wrong. But look at this battle for 6th position. Let's get in the old helmet cam, or at least close enough to, and see what's going on. Let's see if Apex goes for a lunge, as he's alongside with Cotarax. He's got the job done going into turn 1. No, has he? Whoa! What's happened? What happened? What happened to... What happened to... What? Answers in the postcard, please. What's just happened to Apex? He just disconnected as he made the overtake. Goji's up to 3rd, so Goji's pinched it from Perky then, and Perky's dropped 1.8 seconds behind. Oh, what's happened to Perky? God, you... Oh, Assen, he's gone! How far is he ahead? He should have a big, comfortable lead. I think he has, but wow. Yeah, I think Perky... Oh, it's all going Pete Tong here as he robs now on the back of Perky. And the gap is around 2.5 seconds to Goji. So I don't think... Wait, Goji's got a long lap penalty. That is from the incidents in qualifying, if I'm not mistaken. So therefore, Goji does not have a long lap penalty because he didn't impede anyone. It was just the way the game did the penalty system. But Perky's under massive trouble now. Azzy Rob, it looks like he's going to go full send here. Sharky's just been given a long lap penalty before he bowed down to the action. And the number 80 has got to defend against the number 94. So this is Perky defending against the man behind. And Goji is going to sneak onto the podium after pressuring the Brit for about 5 laps. Yeah, the Hondas are going back to reality, aren't they? Unless Perky can hold on. Can he hold up his compatriot? Big wheelie from the Honda. Azzy Rob still pushing. Well, we're going to see an absolutely dominant performance from Lat. Look at the speed that Azzy Rob carried through. Oh, they were neck and neck then, or at least he was going to be going into the Weinschlang. And now into the right-hander, onto the power. I don't know where he will be close enough, but he's just creeping towards Perky. Perky's running deep into the bolt. He hates that corner, and for good reason. It's not going too peachy right now for Perky, is it? As Azzy Rob, he might go for it here. Gotta give Azzy Rob credit. He's not taking too many risks. But, ladies and gentlemen, here is Lat. He wins here in Assen in front of the virtual crowd as Assen finishes in 2nd place. We will see Goji come over the line in 3rd as well. But let's get back to the battle between Perky and Azzy Rob. Who's it going to be? Last of the late breakers. Perky will hold on to 4th place, but it does mean Lat, Azani and Goji will be moving up to Division 1. As Azzy Rob will be livid. I hope he's alright. So Cotarax will finish in 6th position. Just ahead of compatriot Potato. Shotix then across the line. And then the Sharky somewhere towards the back. So there we go. So even with the penalty, did Goji still finish 3rd even though he didn't have to take the penalty? Or did it just glitch? I have no idea. It's so hard to see what's going on sometimes. But, yeah, that is your list. That is your riders. Oh, we lost Sharky from the screenshot. Don't worry, I got him on the screenshot. I finished in last. So, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that was intense, to say the least. So, 129.8 from Lat as well. Good lap time from the number 2. And, yeah, I can understand exactly why you're raging, Azzy. That is just infuriating. I hope you're alright, mate. And Sven, the crowd goes mild. I agree. He did well there, Lat. He always does. John Burke says, man, bad break for Azzy Rob. Good race, though. Yeah, unfortunately, it's another collision from Apex. And unfortunately, it's always someone who has to come out in the worst. In this case, for Azzy's championship, it doesn't do him any favours, to say the very least. And I swear to God, there is an absolute curse on the thumbnail artist right now. Anyone who gets the thumbnail seems to have a bad race. The one race where Meerkat got the thumbnail artist, he lost in the sprint after getting taken out. Jake in the first race in Le Mans, it was not great. And then I think ever since then it's been terrible. So for everyone, I think Lat had a nightmare when he binned it in Silverstone in front of Azzy. So yeah, it's just going terrible. GG's Potato. Thanks for keeping us entertained there, mate. Apologies, I think I might have given you the old curse, the old commentary curse. So I apologise in advance, as it's now time to start inviting players into the new lobby. I just have to change that to 25% for the sprint. And then we need to get in a few more players. I'll have to see who Charlie's invited already. Big thanks to Charlie for jumping in and doing the invitations for me. Oh my God. It's 7:45. It's 8:45. We've got ages yet to wait for Will. Maybe we'll just do a race or something. Yeah, I agree, like that is a shame. Is Will online yet? I think he might be. If Will's online already, then he's a bloody legend. I don't mind waiting for him though, because we have only just changed it to 35% race distance. Change weather to clear as well. Good shout. Thank you, dude. I'm glad someone's keeping an eye on things. I need to get Dimitri in. I don't know if Charlie's got him as a friend yet. Just remembered I need to invite him in. A Ride 4 race is not going to be hosted anymore. Oh, definitely not. No, not Ride 4. Ride 5 will be, but I don't think we'll entertain Ride 4 again. Let sleeping dogs lie, let's say. Oh, Blade will be back. Charlie's already got DCP in. He's invited Jelana, good man. Has Meerkat been invited? Oh, Charlie's already here. There's Jake. And there's Dimitri. I think that's everyone. Yeah, good. GG's, Azzy. You're a bloody good lad. I think you can figure out what happened into turn 1, to be honest, mate. The second you bang on that video or the stream, you'll see it. I don't think it'll surprise you. The missile strikes again. Good to see so many nationalities here right now. Look at that. We're going to get an Australian. We already have one German. We'll get a second one in a minute in the form of Calvin. Couple of Brits in there. Oh, I didn't invite Casey. And I think he always appears offline, so he always makes me work for this. Damn you, Casey! I can't... Oh, Casey's got a picture of like a rat or something, or a mouse. I'm looking for the rat. You'll see it. What is that? I don't know what that is. See, so many interesting characters who had me on this. I know a few of them. Oh my God, Will's here already. What a legend. Where are you, Casey? He's going to be right back at the bottom, isn't he? Where are you, Casey? Bang at the bottom. My God. Yeah, we do. Executioner, yeah. Jelana, big Miguel Oliveira fan as well. He's rocking the number 88. He chose the Trackhouse race in MotoGP Aprilia. It's all good. How's the weather in your neck of the woods, Ace? I can't wait for cooler weather. Not bad, to be honest. Still a bit too warm for my liking. I prefer it to be cold. But we had a couple of thunderstorms and everything the other day. But, yeah, not all that bad, to be honest. What do you mean, where Apex has gone? He didn't make it into Division 1. So unfortunately he hasn't made it. So, just need to make sure everyone is here. So, we should have the Sacred One, which we certainly do. Charlie, who's second place in the championship. He's on 104 points. 4 points ahead of Quesadilla, who's yet to join, so I'll keep an eye on Casey. Jake, who is in third place in the championship. He's trailing by a further 5 points. Jelanu couldn't make it for Donington. He's down in 5th place. We should have DCP also on the Trackhouse Racing MotoGP Aprilia. Absolute Dan, do we have? We certainly do. Azzy Rob. Oh, that's a touchy subject. Lat. Yep. Longboy Dan, unfortunately, will not be appearing for the rest of the races this season, unfortunately. Calvin, we certainly do. And do we have Will? I'm sure I'd seen the number 4. We do. And Goji Man made it, so that should, to my knowledge, be it, but just waiting for Casey. So we'll give it a couple of minutes. Ask me anything you want to. We've got 5-10 minutes to wait, so yeah, let's have a chin wag. Let me remove that. Check Azzy's exhaust. Oh, have you watched it back yet, Azzy? Have a little rewind and see what you think happened. Oh, I feel sorry for him as well because he's such a lovely lad, and he's not dirty. It's just a little bit eager. But it always sucks when you're the one who gets taken out. I got took out so many times in previous races, and I know how frustrating it is. It does make you want to just kick it off and just say, "Oh, balls to it! I'm not doing it again." But it takes bottle and commitment and temerity to continue, so, and I know you will. So keep your chin up, Azzy. I agree, John. I agree. We're still definitely rooting for Azzy. I love Lat. I think Lat's great. But Azzy's cool. He's a Quake fan. He likes Doom. Lat recommends good games as well. It's a toss-up. They're good, both good lads. Could be interesting. Nicholas Kante says, how can I join your championship? Well, unfortunately, this is it. This is the last chance today. Unfortunately, that has been decided. And there won't be another championship on MotoGP now. So, next event you can sort of do will be Ride 5 online with us. So, join the Discord server if you're on PC. And we'll try and get you in for some online racing on possibly Ride 5. But we might do some other racing on MotoGP, but there won't be a championship. Any news from Casey yet, gentlemen? Ah, thank you, Chloe. Has anyone any news for Casey? Oh my god, I almost tagged someone else. I seen something the other day about a conversation about people complaining about Discord. Oh, Casey's not coming. Nice. I didn't know that. Right then, well, I guess we'll make a start then, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a couple of minutes to go. I'll wait for everyone to ready up. I'm sure it doesn't matter if we spend 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 7 minutes, or 8 minutes. It should still be the same. We gotta listen to the same music over and over again. Hey Ace, have you got any more commentary coming up? Yes, as a matter of fact, this weekend. No. Yeah, this weekend. I'll be in Mallory Park again this weekend on the 7th and 8th. So it's Saturday and Sunday. Cam Styles says, hey Doc, you probably got this question already, but what's your thoughts on the Pecco and Alex crash? Not really more to add than what's already been said, to be honest. Just two instances where riders don't see each other and probably don't leave each other enough space, and they've gone down. The one thing I will say is I think if you're the rider who's made a mistake, it's your job to get back onto the track safely. Where I think, for me, he didn't look behind him and to see exactly where Pecco was, but to be honest, things are so fast in racing, it's so hard to say. So I could sit here and say, you know, could have, should have, would have done this. But end of the day, racing incident, both riders are okay, and that's all that really matters. So, Yeah, I think that's it. I don't believe any penalties or anything like that should be given. And I certainly don't believe what I'd seen in the Instagram comments about Alex Marquez being banned from MotoGP. Absolutely not. I mean, Romano Fenati pulled the brake lever on someone and he only got banned for a little while. I think that's totally different. And he wasn't penalised that much compared. So, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So bummed about Joe Roberts. Could have swore he was on Trackhouse next year. I think it's the right call. I don't think Joe Roberts is ready for MotoGP, to be honest. After seeing how he acted with Marcos Ramirez, it looked like to me he was just absolutely obsessed with trying to beat Marcos. And I think that is the complete wrong attitude to have. He's fighting for a championship. Don't need to be trying to battle your teammates so aggressively. So, I think it's the right thing. I think it's a bit like Celestino Vietti, how it looked like he'd be going up to MotoGP. Showed a little bit of inexperience. Fermin Aldia's going through a little bit of a similar patch as well. I don't think it's the right decision yet to move him up to MotoGP. And I certainly don't think anyone should get it just because of their nationality. I'm not saying that's what he's saying, but I know there's a lot of people alluding to that fact because it's an American team with American rider. I mean, pretty much what we got in the LCR Honda team at the minute. Ooh, Casey's online? Nice. Well, he's our last rider to wait for, so I'm sure when he joins us, it's all good. Dimitri said his preparation was just 3 laps. That's going to be fun. Turn 1 carnage, anyone, ladies and gentlemen? I'm sure we're about to see it. I think I should start changing the stream time to 7:15, perhaps. We did talk about last time of having a little race in between, but it's like 15 minutes, isn't it? I have some oh my god, there's too many Discord messages to keep up with right now. Nikhil G. Alex says, hey guys, hello dude. You're right, man, as American, I want selfishly American Premier Class. Oh, I certainly don't doubt that we'll get American in a Premier Class at some point. Whether it's him, Joe Roberts, or is another rider. I'm sure we'll see one in the future. It's the same thing with the British riders as well. I like Jake Dixon, but I think he deserves another year in Moto2. A lot of people say, oh, move up, same as Sergio Garcia. Move up as a world champion. And move up with a better team than just filling the numbers. Nobody wants to be an also-ran in MotoGP. I mean, it's big money, but if you're a young upcoming star, I don't think it's the right thing to do. Especially after the way KTM treated Raul Fernandez and Remy Gardner. That's just ridiculous. Is BSB worth following? Absolutely. Some of the best racing you'll see. And it's affordable as well, which is really good. Honestly, some of the best racing. Last season, 2023, was one of the best seasons of British Superbike history. It was absolutely fabulous. I think everyone's in now. If we've got Casey here, I think it's time to go racing. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the qualifying, then the sprint, and then the featured race, which will be a 35% race distance. No electronics whatsoever, Elisel. Absolutely nothing. Oh, that's a nightmare, Apex. Yeah, I did. I think Sven mentioned it actually in the chat that you had bad ping. I guess that would explain it a lot. The big ball holder device. I like it. Well then, who's going to win the Alex Rins Cup? And wow, that is great to see. That fills me with pride and that fills me with confidence. 14 riders in this session right now. For the Division 1, should I say, and it's 100k Blade who wins the the Alex Rins Cup. Fair play to the man on board the Factory Ducati. Jeremy Andel says, let's go boys. Oh, Sharky! I remembered. That's Blade goes off the track. Yes, very clever. Get right behind the number 93 and take it. Yeah, no traction control. I think they have engine brake, but I just don't think they have traction control or anti-wheelie in VSB. Beaming Age says Ducati's insane. Is inane. What do you mean by that? Just did my second test in online race and came third. Honda would have come in last. Chloe says EB IRL isn't electronics, it can be naturally adjusted. Well then, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Division 1 qualifying. Everyone but Jlana is out of the pits. He's having a bit of a chill. And then it's game on. So I think the best view in the house would be Sacred Meerkat and to look back. Behind him is Just Blade, who's currently in provisional pole. If no one sets a lap time, it'll be Blade, Goji and Charlie on the front row. That would be bloody cool. Oh, Blade's wide. Saves it a little bit. Meerkat out of the pits second, but across his line first. Who's that going wide into the background? Was that a KTM? Couldn't quite see who that was. I can't figure who it was, I'm afraid. Someone went incredibly wide. For the... Oh! What a time to be on board with Casey! Oh! It's all gone Hector handbasket for the number 11. What on earth just happened then? Had a tank slapper and a... What? Oh, Calvin's lost a race. Should be some oil on the track maybe from when Azzy got took out in Division 2. The Sacred Meerkat. Red sector for him. Of course, anyone and everyone will have a red sector now. Because, of course, it's those first early stage lap times. Is that Jake behind Calvin? It is indeed. Now, the tough point here is it's the number 25 goes back to the number 25 after... what would you call it? Sort of rebelling and going for the number 1. He has returned back to the number 25. Did the Moto3 champion, MotoGP 23 Ace Academy champion from last season. From Division 1, of course. In fact, behind him is the Division 2 champion of the Ace Academy Championship of MotoGP 23. That's a mouthful, isn't it? Gotta say things right, though. As there's a crash somewhere for Jlana. Portuguese rider well off the track. Fair play to him. That crash, I believe, is near the Duca salute. So he's very cleverly moved out of the way from everyone, allowing everyone to get through. Excuse me, and rejoin safely. Nicely done to the Portuguese rider. So Meerkat off over the line first. He takes the provisional pole of a lap time of 1:28.9. Now that's quite slow for Meerkat, as a matter of fact. I think he'll be well into the either 1:26s or 1:27s by the conclusion of this one here today. Yeah, and it's already kicking into gear, isn't it? This is just the first or second flying lap. Goji, red sector 1, red sector 2 and 1 for Lat. But I imagine that's just because the game hasn't caught up yet. Yeah, Meerkat has been slogging it out in Aragon for the esports. What do you call it? Challenges. And I think he was third, or he was up in the top 5 on Xbox at one point. I remember seeing it on Instagram. Very good job for number 93. There's Jake in second. He's only 0.2 of a second behind his arch rival. Good to see Absolute Dan there in third place. Of course, name is DJ Land Rover, but that is indeed Absolute Dan. I'm sure he doesn't mind me saying that. As he fires on the KTM. I must confess, I did some laps a few nights ago with Absolute Dan, with 100k Blade, and a couple of others, Sharky included. Perky was there as well. And Dan was really good. He has been putting in the work here in MotoGP, and he's certainly paying dividends across the line. Doesn't quite improve, but he's on a provisional front row. Good job for the number 43. So down the order, Charlie has got an invalid lap. Now, he could have been held up, or he's just run across the circuit. DCP is up to 5th, and Dimitri's up to 4th, our newcomer. Our wild card is actually replacing Longboy Dan's race here today. As we now power on with the number 22, with the Trackhouse Aprilia. Beautiful form there going into the Weinschlang. Then into the Ruskin Hook, and then onto the right-hand side. Ooh, steady. Lost a little bit of grip there, didn't he, going into the apex? And DCP's lap time's gone. I didn't really notice him losing. He must have just clipped the green or something. I'm not entirely sure there. Behind him is Dan, and he's gone down. He's crashed into De Bolt, if I'm not mistaken. That's a tough corner to get right, and it's unfortunately caught him out. Quesadilla's first lap time is complete, and he's set a 8th place, 1.5 seconds down on Sacred Meerkat's lap time. Not quite seeing the lap times I anticipated, you know. I think when I was online the other night, I did a 1:29.2, so that's not too far away from the boys at the front. I do think that they'll certainly better that by the end of this one. Oh, Casey just ran across Strubben corner. So Charlie's still yet to set a lap time, but he must be close now to finishing his first flying lap. Of course, from Alpine Stars to Dionysi. How's that paying out for you? Across the line. It's invalidated again. Must have been in the final corner. Jalana goes up to 3rd. 100k Blade, red sector into the first split. Can he keep up this momentum? Of course, the Fracture Ducati, the most sought after bike, or at least you would think so, in the MotoGP computer game. It's currently just a couple of tenths down. As Dimitri's been given a penalty here. Where is he on circuit? Doesn't look like it. Well, I guess we'll have to find out later. You can soon tell when they don't take the penalty. Oh, Jalana's just got one now as well. And they're both off the circuit. I imagine that's probably nothing to concern ourselves about. I do hate that's a thing in this game, how it just always comes up for no reason. It's a good thing in a way. Like, if we got some pillock on a live GP purposely holding you up, I guess it makes sense. Into the final corner. There goes Blade. Beautiful form there for the for the man on the Fracture Ducati, and he goes up to 2nd place. Beautifully done there for Blade. That's marvellous. On board the Fracture Ducati, no problem for Blade. The Bulgarian? I want to say, is he Bulgarian? Yeah, I think he is. Oh, there's a flag in the corner. Yeah, there you go. Good lad. So here is Will. Oh, look at that style, breaking round the corners from the Hoja Height. Oh, look at that. He's going to be a bloody nightmare to pass, isn't he? The Jack Miller connection across the line. Will goes up to 12th. So an improved position there in 12th place. And he's running a bit deep there. I think he's purposely getting out the way of DCP. Cleverly done that from Will. Big thanks to keep the action flowing. So, good to see Lat up into the top 6. Would have liked to have seen Azzy Rob in there. Certainly deserved it. I think Lat and Azzy Rob, if we were to ever do one, they were guaranteed to go back up to the next division. Too good for Division 2 now. The Pecco and the Martin of MotoGP right now. As Lat just invalidated that lap crossing the line. Maybe he just cut the last corner. Dan's on a good lap. Where is Dan on this particular list? As he got robbed, he did. He certainly did. Poor lad. I'm curious to see if someone comes up with an impeding penalty then, because when we were on board with Lat, someone was off the circuit there. Jake has got 2 red sectors, and in fact, you might be able to see him at the back of the picture here. Not really, no, but he is over there somewhere, unless he's given up the chase. I can't see him, even with the ultra-wide monitor. Oh, there he is in the background. He's just he's going into the long right-hander from Mandeven. Then it'll be Dukasloot. Well, here goes Dan. 3 red sectors for Dan. Or 2 red sectors, apparently I can't count. Personal best into the 3rd split. Tight to the apex for the Infernal Chicane. Onto the power, across the line, and he goes up to 5th. This is a very closely contested qualifying so far. And Jake goes to the top of the pile. 128.8 goes the man on board the Yamaha. And then here comes Meerkat. Just a moment after Jake sets the provisional pole, Meerkat kicks into gear. He's been playing possum, hasn't he? We'll soon see how it goes. DCP into the first sector. He's got an orange personal best. Really impressed with Blade's performance so far in the front row. DCP losing time in the second split. Blade is closing in. But here is the Sacred Man. I think, if I'm not mistaken, Championship can be decided in the next round. I don't think you can decide it here. I could be wrong. It's the Championship standings. It's currently 78 points clear from Charlie. So with 37 points available per weekend, yeah, he's got to win it one more time, I think. But across the line, is this about to improve again? It is a 128.3. We might see a 127 here. DCP, third personal best for him. This could put him up to possibly 7th across the line. And he does go up to 7th, I guess correctly. Not seeing much of Charlie in this one. He hasn't done much practice. I don't think he was fancying it this weekend. We've been on ride, actually, myself and Charlie with Chloe. Really good fun as well. There's Casey on the right-hand side of that tyre. Powering it on. Into the Hoja. Oh, in fact, it's before then. It's the corner I can never pronounce. Then into the Hoja. It's 3 personal bests here from Casey, but he's 2 seconds down, so that could be anywhere between the 3rd row all the way up to the 1st row. For Casey's sake, I hope it's the front row, but across the line, the Prima Parameter Ducati man goes up to 7th, so he's still on that 3rd row for now. In fact, he did actually improve a position, so he's gone up to the 3rd row rather than the 4th. Good to see so many rides in this one here today. Ooh, keep an eye on Charlie. 3 personal best sectors for the man. Oh, and he's cut the apex again. That's another lap time gone begging. How's Jake getting on? Where is Jake on this list? There he is. He's in pursuit of a KTM. Is this going to be enough for Jake just to claw the gap in a little bit to Meerkat? Give me the old gyro cam. We've not seen that in ages. Not that one, the other one. There you go. Old Rio gyro cam. Tight apex. Quick change of direction. Beautifully done there from Jake. Precision personified across the line. Oh, he gets it within a 10th. Close. But no cigar for the number 25. And of course, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe if you are enjoying the stream so far. As we'll have a look at Dimitri. We've not really seen him yet, to be honest. He's on the Grassini Ducati, of course. He's just crossed the line in 7th. And then on to the right-hander. There's a lot of invalid lap times coming in here. Dan with a personal best in the first split. I'll head over to that in a minute. After we see... What do we... Oh, God! I was going to say, see what he can do going into Strubben. And unfortunately, the bikers just let him down. He might get an impeding penalty there if he's not careful. The game takes no prisoners for some strange reason. Oh, Dan's gone down. So regardless if I was watching then, it would have been a nightmare for them both. Of course, Jalana needs those championship points back here today, so he needs a good qualifying position to ensure he can pull back the 16 points behind Charlie. Of course, the difference is that Jalana had to miss out some races, of course. Might have only just been the one weekend he missed out on. Can't really remember. I know he missed Donington Park, but I think that could have been it. Assen, Casey, Jalana, all on personal best lap times. What is the number 88 going to do? Will the Miguel Oliveira fan base erupt in the Ace Academy chat? Oh, a bit wide. Oh, he just cut the apex. That was a perfect camera to be on there. How's Casey doing? Oh, okay. Well, let's get another version of this one then. Into the tight apex, into the change of direction, onto the power. Does Casey go up to the 2nd row? He does, and critically pushes Charlie off by 4,000th of a second. Massive, massive moment there for Charlie's qualifying. Because that extra bit of grid spot is critical for a good launch. Calvin finishes up in 11th, lap into the top 10. Asni on the Honda in 12th. Goji 13th with Will down in 14th at the moment. And I think that is going to be it Assen is still on a lap time, but it looks like they're all great. Never mind, it's ended there. So I think that's it. We still have to wait for Assen to finish, however. Or wait 1 minute. If he crashes, then it just straight ends the session. But he might as well get that lap in. Oh yeah, he's done it. Perfect. That way. Thank you, Assen. Good lad. Thank you, mate. I appreciate that. Right, let me get the picture then. I can confirm the times here. Good old Assen then. The German. Oh, he's in fact 2 Germans at the back there. Just taking a picture of them so I don't forget for the full race. Well then, that is your 14 riders going into the TT of Assen for round 6 of the MotoGP Academy Ace Academy Championship on MotoGP 24. So let's ready up and let's get a quick start going. We can then begin with the DrAce Sprint. And Jelana's still on the screen. I agree, Azzy. I agree. I tend to do that as well. If I'm not on a good lap and the timer's just waiting for me to finish, just bin it. John Berg says Meerkat versus Jakey is where it's going to be. I think it could be, but critically, I think there's going to be carnage going into the Harbock. I really hope not, but I have a bad feeling. Potato says, I'm glad Assen's got to race. He would have raced last week if he didn't if he didn't cancel on us. He's good enough for Division 1. He should stay up in Division 1. I think he's good. But I guess why. It does make sense in Division 2 though, because it was quite interesting, the battle in the qualifying. So last couple of riders preparing then before we start round 6 of the Ace Academy Championship. I think you were right to tell him that, Spud. You really were. I was disappointed when he said he didn't want to do it. Nice one, Dan. You did really well. You were looking good around Assen. I told you about this. You are looking really good around here. So I'm expecting a podium. No pressure. We'll see how it goes. Just waiting for Will then. Give him a couple of minutes. Yeah, quite ahead of schedule actually. So yeah, I can afford to wait a few moments. Is there a time where you'll never tell someone not to full send it, Spud? I'd be disappointed if you say yes. Well, maybe unless you're starting from the back of the grid and you're going to clatter into everyone. Maybe then it would be a bad time to tell that person to full send. Well then, it's time, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to hit the start race button. It's time to go racing in the DrAce Sprint. Round 6 of the Ace Academy Championship here in MotoGP 24. Here we go. Oh, chocolate mousse and energy drink for Chloe. I actually got the Vimto energy drink here today. It's quite nice. Death in certain times, but not many. You're absolutely right, Spuds. Here we go then, ladies and gentlemen. Wait for the red lights to disappear here in Assen. And it's time to go racing. What a launch from Meerkat. My God, that's the best start he's ever done. That's a sensational start. Is everyone going to get through there safely? Oh, Jake pushed through when he crashed. Oh, that's a shocking spot. It looks like Will hit his bike and it's all gone wrong again. Oh, Charlie got... and Blade had a little bit of a collision there. Tell you what, this is the best camera to see all the action, isn't it? Goji's gone down. I've just read that Spud said Team Goji and it's just happened. Oh, that's a shocker, that is. What's going on behind us? I'm trying to get to Charlie then. He's up into 3rd place, podium position possibly. Long lap penalties flying up on the screen here. I think Will got a penalty for hitting Jake's strewn motorcycle. I would imagine they shouldn't take that. That was a bit of a mess, wasn't it? On to the right hand of them. Oh, Charlie, Charlie, Charlie. Goodness me. That's a scary moment, that is. As we launch into the right-hand side. 2 long lap penalties for both Jelana and Dimitri. They were from the impeding penalties that you get in this game. So, yeah, ignore those. Don't worry about them. It's smooth sailing for Meerkat. And Jalana in second. Goodness me, is there more crashes or is that just the stewards going mental? Oh, and Blade's gone down. Oh, okay, Blade. It's gone. It's gone awry for the number 13. As it's now a game of cat and mouse between Jalana and Sacred Meerkat. There's Dan as well. He's having the best race of his tenure in the Ace Academy so far. Oh, Charlie just abused the track limits on the inside then. Oh, Dan. Dan. How close was he to the apex then? Beautifully done on board. With a man they call Absolute Dan. Quickly chuck that interface. Oh, contact! That is a big hit there. As Dan, he might get the run on him here. Here comes the number 43. Full send! Ooh, and Dimitri goes back! Oh, and look at Casey. He's absolutely gunning for it as well, isn't he? On to the right-hander. Absolute Dan. Doing a stellar job here. He likes Assen, clearly. And there's Casey. Good to see the number 11 up there and fighting. This has been a good race so far. Fair play. We'll have to keep an eye on Jake as well as he comes through the order. He's catching up to one wiggly boy now. 0.5 of a second is the gap. Dimitri goes for that tight apex. Whoa. Really on the limits. Incident warning there for Dimitri. I don't know what's happened there. Where is Dimitri on this list? It's so hard to find people. There's Dimitri. Ooh, oh God, that would be a messy overtake if he went for it there. So Charlie holds on to the podium then. And now, it's Dimitri having a look at Dan. Oh, he's all over the place. He's off the track again. It's easy to let it go. Oh my God, there's so many along that penalty on the screen there. It's hard to keep an eye on what's going on. Oh, Absolute Dan. Possible lunge on Charlie. Not quite. Clever defensive riding there from Charlie. As Dimitri's just trying to push through on Casey, but Casey in turn trying to get back as well. Dan uses the exceptional power from the RC16 to go around the long way around on Charlie, which puts him up to the podium positions. Oh, Dan off the track again. He's going to have to be really careful of track limit warnings. Here comes Casey. Ooh. I thought he was going to go for it then. Great race so far. Probably the only one that's given us this many battles all together. Jake has found his way through now on Calvin, so he's up into the top 9. Lat and DCP are going loggerheads down into DeBolt. And then from there, it is a relatively close battle from behind. Fair play to Dan. He's having a really good race here. Behind him is Casey. Oh, Dimitri off the track again. Lat's just picked up along that penalty. As Casey goes for the lunge into the gate to a chicane. Oh my God. Oh, look at that. Did he cut the apex then? He is getting so many track limit warnings now. He's one track limit warning away. Yeah, it is an irregular overtake, I thought. I don't know what is going on here, but we're getting so many penalties popping up on the screen here. As Dimitri, I thought he was going to take along that penalty. Casey into the inside line. Dimitri will hold his line. Will he send it into Struben? One of my favourite overtaking positions, that. Oh, Casey got a good drive, though. Does he go a long way around? He certainly does. Oh, GP 24 and 23 contact between these two into the Wienschlang. You'd think with Charlie's exterior, better at corner speed with the Yamaha would pay off here, but Casey's excellent mid-corner, isn't he? Just as I say that, the door was open ever so slightly to Dimitri behind. Casey deserving all the camera time here right now. This closes back into Mandovan. This is turn 10. Gochi's just gone down. Ooh, that's an aggressive lunge, that is. There was really no gap there. I wouldn't have gone that for myself, personally, but rubbing is indeed racing. He might find he gets himself an incident warning there. I know the game can be quite strict on sort of overtakes like that. Sacred Meerkat track limit warnings. It's on his second already. Now, as I mentioned earlier, Jalana got a penalty for impeding when I don't think he actually did impede. Jake's just been given a track limit warning as well. A lot of warnings coming here. Dimitри's gone wide, he's binned it! That's the end of his session. The rider replacing Long Boy Dan today has gone down. And Jake, who went down into the first corner, into hardbar. Oh, he gave DCP a big hit then. That was a big punch into the Struben corner. He's not going to give that position back either. I'd have to be careful of that one. That was a very aggressive move, that into the side of the American. Sacred Meerkat's now got a third track limit warning. Yeah, I agree, John. I agree. He's so good. He's just metronomic pace when he gets to the front. Unfortunately, it's going to feel a bit like the eSport challenges again, I think. Ooh, Jake. Let's tell you what, we got a great camera angle here, though, Jake. He's keeping an eye on Casey, who in turn is keeping an eye on Charlie, who in turn is trying to catch up to Absolute Dan. It could be a first podium for the man on board the KTM. Of course, we've seen the Yamaha, we've seen the Ducatis on the podium, the Gas, but we are yet to see the factory RC16 as on board with Jake, goes full send. Tight to the apex, change direction, very cleverly gave Casey space there to rejoin the position. Do we go for the lunge into turn 1? Oh, he's not going to go around the outside, is he? Oh, apparently not. Casey too strong upon the brakes into turn 1. And Jake's... Oh, that's a big hit to Casey. He's just been given a track limit warning as well. And therefore, he's now got a long lap penalty. That was very aggressive into the side of Casey. We'll have to look into that. That was really aggressive. He absolutely sent Casey. And I think it's not always just about the lunge, but how much time does the other rider lose? Like, Casey lost a lot of time there. It's a good a second or so. Looking like the missile himself. It must be something about that Yamaha. That's DCP track limit warnings. Now, Jake's got a long lap penalty. I think that was because he crashed and his bike then took out the others. Or he's received too many warnings, which I think it could be. So he's got a long lap penalty to take care of. And this is where it gets messy now, because we've got to rely on the riders to be honest about when they have warnings or inappropriate penalties. 100k Blade has not had a great race, has he? Really surprised that starting on the front row has resulted in being down in 10th. Oh, and he's gone down again. Jake's got another track limit warning. He's just racking him up, isn't he? The new Desmo, ladies and gentlemen. Got a lot of penalties in this one. He is closing in on Charlie now. Charlie, I'm surprised, has not been able to catch up to Dan. He's there, half a second behind. No, in fact, I think that gap's come down. I think he is closing in on Dan. It's always difficult when you've got a fast rider like Charlie just breathing down your neck. Makes me nervous. I'm not a man who likes to be chased. I like to do the chasing myself. Here comes Jake then. Through on his teammate. He's up to 4th. That's really well done, that from Jake. Yeah, a bit aggressive, a bit overly aggressive. But I guess it's worked out for him so far. We'll see what Calvin's got to say. Excuse me, Casey's got to say about the incident. And there goes Jake. He's not going to full send it into Dan, has he? Whoa! That's beyond aggressive. I think we're going to have to nip this in the bud, Jake. That is just on the limit and a half there. That was too much. You can't just shove into a rider like that. And fair play to him, he gave the position straight back. Nice one, Jake. We're watching here in the race condition. Although, it's just resulted in a classic overtake lunge into the podium position. Riders together. Oh, Dan's across the line. Meerkat wins. Who's going to finish in 3rd? I think it will be Dan after Jake's long lap penalty. Apologies to Sacred Meerkat. I didn't even see him running across the line there. Victory for him in an absolute dominant sprint here in Assen. Jlana finishes in 2nd place. Jake takes 3rd for now, but will have to adhere to the penalty. Rossi Marquez 2015. Not quite. I would say that Jake and Dan don't have any bad blood. But that was a very interesting race. And I have no idea. It was actually Charlie who finished on the podium after all the penalties. Oh my god, you couldn't script that at all, could you? I can't give or remove penalty. I can give penalty, sorry. But I can't remove it. Wow. So to confirm, Charlie sneaks on the podium out of nowhere. Wow. And that final contact with Dan might have put him over the limit and is now on the track limit warning to receive a penalty. That was too much for one person to deal with. I cannot deal with the race coordination on that. There was so much going off there. That's ridiculous. I've got no words. Well, apart from Meerkat 1, Zlana 2nd, Charlie pinches a podium with DCP and Casey 4th, 5th, with Dan finishing in 6th after an excellent ride, which beckoned a podium. And Jake's fantastic ride through to get all the way up to 7th, well, 3rd across the line, but down to 7th after penalties had their way. Whew. I think we'll have a little break now. That was mad. I do think Jake would have been with Meerkat if the race lasted longer, as in the case of not the collision in turn 1. That was ridiculous. That was absolutely brilliant, though. One of the best races we've had. And out of the 2 or 3 races we've had, that's pretty good going. Nicely done. Let's give the riders a couple of minutes now just to ready up again. And I need a beverage. Look at Assen, straight onto the ready. He's ready to go again. You love to see it. So qualifying off. Pictures open. Yeah, that was just a sprint. Okay, so Jake, front row. Then it's 100k Blade into 3rd. What a great performance. What the hell? I always forget, if you click it too quick, it swaps over. It's pretty good, actually, Chloe. I would recommend it. Where's Zlana? There he is in 4th. Dan in 5th. We got next Casey in 6th and Charlie. Where is the Cheshire lad? Am I blind? I can't see him. Have we lost Charlie? Have I gone blind? I didn't see him leave. I don't know what's happened there. Oh, is his game crashed? Evening, Andy. How are you, dude? Did Charlie at least see he was on the podium? Well, I can sort everyone else out in the meantime. And then just change positions when he comes back. Yeah, I must confess, I was worried that these races would go on for too long with the 50% race distance, yet that one was brilliant. Maybe it did go on the perfect race length. Assen behind these, and then it's Goji and Will. There you go. Let's just wait for Charlie to come back. Will he need a fresh invitation? I think he will. Let's get the Cheshire lad back. Where are you, Char? There you go. Oh. Yeah, I think Spud's fed up with that Honda. I tried it the other day in Assen and I actually had my best lap time there. I really like the Honda in this game. It's really good. But I don't think it's for everyone. Yeah, Aprilias are nice. Aprilias feel really good in this game as well. I think the Honda, the Ducati and the Aprilias feel best. Didn't mind the KTM or the Gas, but probably give their edge to those other 3 bikes mentioned. I still think the Yamaha is one of the worst bikes. Never seems to go well. Oh, that Charlie got pole. Oh, we need to pick a rider. Remember last time it gave Will TV what does he call it? A spectator. There you go then. Right. I think now everyone is in the right position. And we are... I hate when the mouse gets caught there like that. As in 12th. Go, G and Will. Right then. Let's wait for everyone to ready up and then we're good to go. I love the KTM sound. It sounds like such an angry, aggressive engine. Yeah, it does actually. I agree with you on that one. You don't like the Ducati, AD? Oh, maybe you're right. So, oh, I don't know how to pronounce that. Apologies. Someone TV has subscribed. Thank you, mate. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for subscribing. I can try and pronounce it. Sci-fi? Maybe. I tried. Gave it my best shot. So we'll give it till 8:36 and then I'll hit start. So everyone, if you're listening, just you've got 2 minutes just to ready up. And then we're going to get on with it. I've got water. I've got a Vimto energy drink. Should be good. I think by the time you actually chose Potato, I think there was a couple of Ducatis left. We had the VR46 Ducati, and I think the Gresini Ducati as well. So you might have actually been able to get a better bike. Oh my god! Potato. How does that even work on MotoGP on these streams? I didn't even know that was the thing. How the hell have you done that? Oh, spudders. How the hell did that happen? How did you do it? I don't know how you do those sort of things. Thank you, Spud. I appreciate that. Thank you to all those gifted memberships to the new aces. $sign next to chat. Wait, can I do that too? Yeah, you got battered in that one, Casey. You got hit so many times. So, certainly something we need to look into, and when we do, if we do another one of these again, I've got to have a TV camera, or someone's got to do the spectating with me, because it's so difficult to decide what to do with penalties and what to do everything while still commentating on the race. I don't think I can do all that together on my own, because you got battered in that one, and I was like, well, I need to see what else is happening, but I think we need some better racing in the future. Well, yeah, anyway, thank you, Potato. I appreciate that kind gesture. 5 new members have joined the Ace Academy Pit Crew, so thank you very much for that, Spud. I don't know if you get to choose who does that, but... but, yeah. Oh, okay. We've got even more now. More memberships, ladies and gentlemen. More members. Oh, my God. Cheers, Azzy. Thank you for that as well. I have got so much work to do now with these membership things. YouTube has it set to random. That's so crazy. Hey Ace, if I crash on the first turn, maybe red flag, or how do you decide that? It's honestly too difficult to decide, because red flag, I think, would have to be like half the grid. We get red flag crashes worthy at almost every single race. I think if that was the case, we'd red flag every single time. So, I don't know. I think for the next time, if we were to do something like this again, I need someone to make those decisions whilst I'm commentating, because I miss half of that. I can only see certain bits, and I don't get the chance to do it. So, as far as I'm concerned, I don't know. I don't know what the best decision is to do there. I'd like to think we can race without red flagging every single race, but it looks a bit messy. So, yeah, it's past 8:36, so we're going to go racing, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, that's possibly right, Chloe, but I only could see what I could see. I seen Jake go down, it hit Will, and hit someone else. And that was about it. Ace, I should be 12th, not 14th. Oh. And I just started it. Alright, let's just do another lobby then. Only take me a few minutes. Oh, I'm in the lobby thing. Jesus, usually it crashes my game. So 35% race, clear. I guess none of that really matters now. So let's just get everyone back in. Who was it? Was it Will? Yeah, Will got thingied. Wait, you are 14th, Will? You did qualify 14th. Yeah, you qualified 14th, Will. So you be... Oh! Oh, let's get everyone back in again. Right then. I have a list. Let's get Dan in. Let's get Assen. Will. Calvin. Oh, the names are together. Lat. Who else we got? Ah, shout out to Andy Yates. There he is. Still rocking the ace as well in his name. Blade. DCP. Yep. Jlana, Meerkat. Yes, Goji made it. Charlie, Jake. Sorry, Perky. And Dimitri. I think that's it, isn't it? Shouldn't take too long to thingy. Yeah, well, on the screenshot I got, Will, you qualified 14th, mate. You were 2.5 seconds behind Meerkat with a 1:30.9. Did I miss something? That was the screenshot I got anyway. Yeah, I think Meerkat is. We'll see, though. I think it's all going to depend. I mean, Meerkat had the best start he's ever done. We can't always guarantee that Meerkat gets a good start. That's the only thing that you could say is a downfall for him. So we'll soon see. Oh, I'm missing one rider. Who is it? Ah, okay, no worries, Will. yeah, I went from the qualifying. I got the picture. Oh, Goji's gone. I got the screenshot. I took it on my phone, so I have it with me. And we will see. Right, getting it back in again. Jake into second. I must say, Blade deserves a shout out for that performance to get himself up to third place. He must have had a cracking lap time. I think he was following Meerkat for a while. I'm not going to give the credit to Meerkat for dragging him across, because I don't think he did. I think it was just a good reference in the peripheral. So down up into the top 5, top marks for him. Then Casey in 6, ahead of Charlie, which we don't have in yet. Oh, and we lost Goji as well. What do I think about the Pecco and Marquez incident? Not much, just racing incident. I've already said quite a lot about it. It's just one of those things. It's not ideal. But yeah, both riders are okay, and that's all that really mattered. Where's Charlie gone? Oh, he's offline. Have we lost Charlie? Has his game crashed again? We've also lost Goji as well. Is that it? Are people just fed up with this now? Oh, it only took 6 rounds for us to be fed up with this. It's so crap, innit? Yeah, unfortunately, as he got took out, didn't he? Now, I think next time, if Lat doesn't make it, he is owed 1 free pass into the next round, into Division 1. Ah, Goji had the same crash. Ah, okay. Just reading some stuff into the chat. It looks like we have a few penalties to look at after the end of this race. There was quite a lot of crazy ones. Pedro Felipe Silvio Gomez says, "Oi, oi yourself." That's just rude. Oi. What do you want, my attention? Charlie. PC's had a hissy fit. Yeah, no worries, mate. We'll get you back in. Norfolk Nightmare still top dog, I think so. Oi, oi, says Azzy. Oi, oi. I can't believe that. That's one of the things that winds me up. I'm guessing that's just, it's not actually being rude. But if in person, if you're ever oied Don't stand for it. It's one of the rudest things you can do. Or one of the worst things you can do is whistle someone to get their attention. That winds me up good and proper. That's so rude. Where? Okay, I don't think they're back on yet. To be honest, I thought Goji and Charlie just had enough since all this messing about. I'm glad we didn't do 50% races. Oh, man. What did I think of the track conditions for the race just gone? Pretty bad. It's always bad when the rain washes away all the track, all the track grip, all that rubber that's been laid down. It sucks. And you can see from Moto 3 to Moto 2 to MotoGP, the dangers of even starting on that inside of the grid is just nasty. So yeah, there's nothing that anyone could do about it. That's just the way life goes sometimes, isn't it? I always remember when Valentino Rossi and his crew tried to sweep his grid position in Qatar in 2005, I think it was. Maybe 4. Maybe 2005, not entirely sure. But yeah, I remember that. And I think they should have done the same for everyone on the grid, anyone who was on that side. From Pecco all the way back, it would have been safer. The one praise I don't think people didn't give was to Alex Marquez for avoiding getting whacked by Pecco in the sprint on the start when his bike went sideways. Yeah, RNG, yeah, with Sete. That was good timing. Good stuff. Hey, Goji's back. I hope we don't get any more crashes. Maybe 14 is just too many players. Maybe that's when it kicks off. Ah, there he is. Let's hope he's back. I think everything's sorted. I just need to put Charlie in 7th and Goji in 13th. Oh, almost sorted. Yeah, bloody good rider, Sete Gibino. Not the most friendliest of riders, but bloody good talent. I've just realised that Lat is on 1 bar. I wonder what server we have right now, because we've got British riders there with good connection. And then a few other like Will has got full connection. That's a blatant lie. No disrespect to Will, he's millions of miles away, but I was just surprised that it's gone that way. Okay then. Team Goji and Assen. Don't say that, Spud. Remember what happened last time? You said Team Goji and Goji went down. Don't do it, Spud. It's not worth it. Oh, Dimitri's is in the wrong position by a mile. Let me have a look where he was supposed to be. Yeah, he's in 8th. Is that alright now then? Oh wow, we're miles off. DCP should be in 9th. Lat should be 10th. Assen should be 12th. Swap with Wiggly Boy, and that is it. Good to see so many channel members in the chat there, ladies and gentlemen. I give full credit and full respect to both Spud and Azzy for their generosity. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate that. Thank you, Lisa. I'll do my best. I feel I've got a lot to learn for commentary, and I've got to try and... Well, I think I'm alright with the commentary, but I have such a difficult time trying to balance who to watch and who not. I'm trying to look at the chat. I'm trying to do the trying to chat, and then trying to make decisions with penalties and stuff. It's an absolute mess. I really don't try. I like doing that and trying to faff around. It feels completely out of my control. It's very difficult. And it's an absolute workout. My throat's killing me. I'm really looking forward to those fun races that we used to have ages ago, like on Ride. Just chuck a random bike on, and we just go for it. Just have fun. It was awesome. We're going to be doing something similar very soon for Ride 5. Right. Nobody's readying up. Have we got a problem? I better just chuck a thing. Supermoto Cup Azzy. I like it. I like it. That sounds good. I mean, I'd like to do all sorts. Scooters, the 600s, historics, supermotos, god awful boosters and TL1000s and all that garbage. It would be great. It would be really fun. Want me to hop in a VC? I don't even know how to get the audio through on Discord for a stream, to be honest. I'll have to trial that in the future. But if everyone's ready, we can get on with it. I am certain that everyone's in the right position. And to be honest, at this point, I don't think I care. So we're just going to get on with it. Okay, Spud. Let's do it. We've only got 3 more of these ones after this anyway. I'm sure we can survive 3 more weeks. I hope the weather's on clear. Because I didn't check. It is, thank God for that. Jixaboy27 says, Go Goji! Again, some love in the chat for Goji, it's good to see. And John Berg says, Jakey, you can do it. With can do. Monetization will go bye-bye. Probably would. I don't know, you don't swear that much. When you're animated, you swear a lot. But in general conversation, I don't think you swear that much. Ooh, the tension is palpable. Will's gonna win. Will's gonna win. Called it in the chat from Heyday. That would be amazing, wouldn't it? If Will just flew through now. Dominated proceedings. Let's bang the image on. Give it another minute. And we will make a start on the final round. No, the final race of round 6 of the Ace Academy Championship in MotoGP 24. Yeah, I don't think you would either, Spud. I mean, I think even as we joked last time, like if Jake was in there, he wouldn't do anything bad to the channel or anything like that. I don't think anyone would. A lot of you guys swear a lot. Significantly more than I do. And I'm guessing you wouldn't do it if you were on the stream. Assen +1 wiggly boy. German fans are ready. We're waiting for Blade to ready. And it's time to go racing. Here we go. Is it 9 laps here? The 35%? It's either 9. Yeah, I think it's 9. I think that's a good chunk of time, that. Come on, Blade, you must be ready, mate. There he is. I was just ready to click that start button. Yes, here we go then. Let's do it. 3 rounds to go after this one, boys and girls. So buckle in. Get ready to fight for another stellar race in this Ace Academy Championship. Can we please go into turn 1 without any death? I hope so. Can Meerkat get the launch like he did in the sprint? I must immediately change the camera perspective as well, so we can see everything that's going on. Here we go then. Round 6 is underway. Oh, Meerkat got another great launch. Jump start there going for Latin Will, so good call there, Heyday. It's not gone too well. There's Dimitri up on the side of Blade. He absolutely clattered Blade and he's took himself out. And Blade, the replacement riders, have lost the plot. Nightmare. Ooh, there's Lat. Immediately into the long lap penalty. That's a smart decision from both Lat and Will, but they have 2, count them, 2 long lap penalties. That's going to be tough. So out of the first corner, I'm surprised Dimitri didn't get a long lap penalty there. Because, I mean, he basically took himself out and Blade went all the way down to 9th. As Meerkat is beginning to be under pressure from Jake. So all that messing around waiting for riders to ready up, and of course myself trying to get the session back up and running, has paid off. As we've got Jake versus Meerkat that we wanted. Potato says, let's go D2 boys. The battle we wanted to see at the front, says Azzy. You're absolutely right. And not too far behind, Ijlana, Casey and Charlie. Oh, has Calvin just gone down there into the Mandovan corner? Incident warning for Dan. As we get back onto the power here. Into the slipstream and into turn... Oh, I was a bit... I thought he was going to close it a bit quicker than that. Onto the brakes, Tight apex into the... Ooh, really abusing track limits goes Jake. Surprisingly, no warning there. I am surprised. I thought that would have been a straight penalty there. As Dimitri's gone down into the final corner. That's a shocker for him. How's the boys getting on behind? It's Casey up to 4th. Just behind Ijlana. Charlie right in there as well. Tucked in behind his good pal Casey. In fact, everyone's a good pal of Casey. As we go into the Strubben corner for turn 5. Keep it in tight, gentlemen. Let's go, Jakey. John says Brit versus Brit. I hope it happens. But Meerkat's looking quite cool at the front. Collected, rather. 100k Blade's in a bit of a battle here with DCP. Cutting the corner there from Blade. It is hard to try and both stay on the track in that point. But I tell you something. Myself and Blade, we did a little bit of practice in Assen a few days ago. And we had some great fights. Really nice rider to race with, actually. Gave you space. Went for the lunge when the door was open. And didn't force anything too unnatural. So, got to give credit where credit is due to the number 13. Ooh. Yeah, see, that's what I was thinking earlier when Casey got whacked. You can close in into the Duke's loop. You don't need to go for that lunge. And that's a prime example of Blade right there. Nicely done. So back at the front then. It's a half a second advantage from Meerkat to Jake. And as we go into the final chicane, sound like a quick upshift there to Meerkat, with the soft tyres of course. On the brakes, Jake closing in. Not quite his traditional style, getting the rear tyres sliding and skipping and moving, is Jake. But he's still closing in. Now I'm quite certain that Lat took his penalty and so did Will. I think that's just a glitch that leaves it on the screen. But we'll see if they come in for their next penalty. Chalana was the fastest man on track. Charlie's a bit deep there into Strubben. That's given Casey a bit of an advantage. Gap to DCP is 2/10 to Blade, is it? Oh no, it's to Dan. So Dan's holding on for 6. Blade cutting all the corner and a little bit more. And again, guys, if you see a battle that's building up that I haven't seen, let me know. Don't want to miss anything. And here goes Asney on board the LCR Castle Honda. Oh, Dan's gone down. It was a great performance in the Venti-Trace sprint, but unfortunately the race has not worked out in his favour. He's behind his teammate now. There's Calvin, the German. Division 2 race winner of the Ace Academy Championship from MotoGP 23. You know the score right now. Oh, there's Jake. Is Joanna closing in? Not entirely sure. Still getting it rather loose as he again cuts the apex. How is that not giving him a track limit warning? He's done that many times now. Should be a metaphorical slap on the wrist, but he's getting away with it. And speaking of getting away with it, so is Meerkat. Half a second already. He's pulled out as we've yo-yoed from fastest lap to fastest lap. Jlana and now Meerkat. This is your top 3. All battling it out, duking it out for position on the circuit. Sadly, well, technically yes, Ginty 38 or Ginty. However, it's only crossplay from Xbox to PlayStation. From PC, there is no way to crossplay, unfortunately. Wait, you can actually cut that apex going into the first part of the Gertzima chicane. That's mental. But that's such a time advantage, Azzy. That's crazy. Look at it. Oh, Dan's gone down again. Oh, Will's gone down. Oh, it's a KTM disaster. A KTM catastrophe here in Assen. This Meerkat's still holding on. Let's have a look at the battle behind there. Looks like Casey's just pretty much now churning out. When did he get a long lap penalty? Too many track limit warnings, perhaps? I'm not too sure. Oh, I am surprised we're not seeing as tightly contested as what we've seen earlier. Here's Blade. He's still trying to get the better out of DCP, isn't he? Ooh, that's messy. That is really messy from Blade. He's going to have to cut the corner. And that'll be a track limit warning for him, won't it? To be fair, I think he lost enough time already there to not even give him the penalty. Look how much time he lost. Behind him is another Ducati in the form of Lat. And quick mention here, there's only one Ducati in the top 5. And the honour goes to Casey. Ducati Cup, my arse. And Dimitri's quit. Well, what was the point in turning up? What was the point in replacing a spot today when I had to turn someone down to just quit on the second race? That is completely pointless. What a waste of time that is. This is why I'm not a fan of these cups anymore, to be honest. This is how people treat them. That's ridiculous. Anyway, moving on. We've got action to face here. Meerkat and Jakey all battling it out into De Bolt. The gap has come down. Is Jake sizing Meerkat up for weak spots? He is closing in. Let's go, Jakey, says John Berg. Koji gets a track limit warning. Not sure what's happened to him. As Meerkat's done so many laps here in Aragon and no practice for Assen. Is that going to cost him? Oh, Jake was really close. Oh, he did cut the track limit warning. As Jake sets the fastest lap, well, with the aid of the track limit warning, I guess that helped him. Ooh, Meerkat was a bit squirrely up on the brakes, and that is going to be Jake's 4th penalty there, I think. It could have been his 4th track limit warning there. Which team will I go in career mode? I'm not decided yet. I'm really strongly feeling either the Honda or the Yamaha. I don't want it to be easy, you see. I want it to be fun. So we'll see. As Lana slipped into the clutches of Casey. No, not quite. Looks like it from my perspective into turn 5. And I don't want to just spend all my time watching Meerkat and Jake. That's pretty much all we ever do. Trying to see the other guys here. They all deserve credit and they all deserve camera time. Now into the right-hander. This is the right-hander. And this is bringing him on close to the back of DCP going into De Bolt. Now, it's been a couple of times now that Blade has been closing in, but he's never been able to get through. Can he make it stick this time? I don't think they're ever going to update the Trackhouse livery. I think they've moved on and they're probably focusing on new games, to be quite honest with you. Will's been given an incident warning. Not sure what's going on at the back there. Dan's really close to someone on circuit. Oh, it's... Oh, Will! Whoa! Oh, I think that was just lag. I have no idea what was going on then. Wow. Well, I don't know what's happened to Jake and Meerkat, but the gap has come to a second. I think he might have broken him. It's that second advantage. When you break that resolve of the rider in second, when you get that second advantage. Honda is trash, man. Yamaha all day. I like the Honda, though. The Honda's really good in this game. And I think if it's going to be bad in terms of performance in the game, it could give me my toughest challenge yet in MotoGP 24. Because so far, Moto 3 was too easy and Moto 2 has just been a cakewalk. So I am really hoping for a challenge. So I'd rather take the bad bike. Oh, in fact, our attention is going to Charlie. I did notice that Casey was given a 3-second penalty. I would imagine he hasn't taken the long lap penalty that he was given, but at the same time, Casey probably wouldn't just skip the penalty. So I'm not sure. He's had another track limit warning, though. Oh, Charlie! Jake's got another track limit warning. One more for him, and that is a long lap penalty. Never mind, spoke too soon. He's already found the long lap penalty. Jake could be in jeopardy here of losing 3rd place. Onto the brakes into the Harbock corner. That's turn 1 with Cheshire Charlie. Ooh, I love that little change of position there from the analog stick from Charlie. You feel the bike's just leaning over too much, just quickly move it back up ever so slightly. And it's enough to put you straight back into the feeling again. Ooh, into Struben, my favourite corner to overtake. Still not seen a good overtake into that corner yet. Almost seen it then. Now don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, this is massive for the championship between these two. We have got a battle and a half for the championship that is currently, before the sprint, is separated by just 6 points in the favour of Charlie. So these two need to the better position between them. And Blade is still trying to catch up to DCP. Certainly keeping us entertained at the back there. As Jake has now got a 3.2 second disadvantage to Meerkat. Whoa! No way! I was just about to say the metronomic pace of the Sacred One and an absolutely bizarre crash I did not expect that. And fair play to Meerkat for keeping out of the way, out of trouble there. I cannot believe what we've just seen here. Oh, we've lost Dan as well. What's going on here today? And just look at this. Jake has got a 3-second penalty if he doesn't take the long lap. He's got to take it now. He has to take it now. Otherwise, he's got a 3-second penalty to his name. And he's not taking it. He's not took it. He's going to lose this race. He will not pull out a second on Jlana in this lap. I cannot believe what's just happened here on round 6 of the Ace Academy Championship. Jake will win on track, but he'll gift it to the Portuguese rider. I don't understand the logic. Take your long lap penalties, gentlemen. You lose less time. Me and Blade went through there the other day together, and we barely lost a second and a half. He's not even going to finish on the podium here, Jake. These guys will know this. They'll know this. They'll know that Jake's not got enough time to get over the line and take the penalty. Yeah, I agree, John. Take the penalty. And Meerkat is right on the coattails now of Blade. So with the penalties, Jake's only just going to finish just ahead of Meerkat. Or barely ahead of Meerkat. I have crashed there myself in the past, so I know what it's like, but here goes Jake then. Another track limit warning for him into the final corner. Across the line, he will be victorious on track. But I think Jlana is going to take the victory after the 3-second penalty. I reckon he knows about that. Charlie's on the base of Casey, who will take a penalty as well. And that will mean... that is... oh, I'll just try and work it out in a minute. Unbelievable. Here's Calvin across the line then. That's the first time we've not seen a gas in the top 3. I think even when Meerkat was took out ages ago, I think he still finished on the podium. Well, that was intro. What the hell has happened there? Drama on the final lap, ladies and gentlemen. And now as we ready, I am so confused. I do not understand this game. So Jake must have taken the long lap penalty then, right? It's so confusing. They have to fix this for the next game. So Jake wins then. I have no idea. Jake wins, Lana second, and Charlie finishes in third. With 4 seconds behind us, Casey got a penalty. Jake must have taken his long lap penalty when he dropped 1.7 seconds behind Meerkat. Now the game didn't remove the long lap penalty graphic, meaning that he did take the penalty. So there you go. If the game would actually be a little bit more transparent, then maybe we would have known that. And I could have celebrated Jake's victory for what it was. That's his first victory in the MotoGP 24 class in the featured race. Oh, that's mental. That's just absolutely bizarre. Well, there's your list, ladies and gentlemen. We only finished with 12 riders in the end. Yeah. I have no idea. Ladies and gentlemen, that's your results then. Big thank you to everyone who's joined us here today. Massive thank you for the gifted subs to 10 new channel members from Potato and Azzy. Big love to you both. But, yeah, I don't even know what to say. That's bizarre. We'll pick the bones out of that one at some point, but for now, I think that's it for me. So guys, thank you very much for watching this stream. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Appreciate all the support here today. I've got a review to make, so I guess I'll be going. So guys, thanks for watching. See you in the next one. I'll give you a couple of seconds to catch up. I don't want to miss any particular chat. This looks fun, but I feel like I need to practice more to even think about it. Division 2 is not impossible. If you're on PC, Division 2 is definitely something, but this will be the last one on MotoGP 23 and possibly the last online championship we do. So stay tuned in the Discord server and we'll see for the future. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching.